Hello and welcome everybody to another video. So today I built a house and it's not the cheapest, but I feel like you could probably get it after playing only for a little bit in the game. So let me just show you. We start off with just a box, and I really wanted to try this like idea of putting, I don't know, I guess they're kind of like both diamonds inside of each other, and I wanted to either make them like a Jack and Jill bathroom, or I really wanted it to be the kitchen. I tried so hard. Like I sat there and thought forever. But roofing, ever since I discovered that the roofs don't clip inside the rooms, let me tell you, it makes it so much easier. I use that all the time because before I used to have this issue with the corners, and the corners never like melded with like like they never went well. Like they didn't have the thing down the center like I wanted. And I couldn't get anything to do it, or at least I couldn't figure it out. And so I'm just happy that I finally figured that part out. Thank you, TikTok, by the way. I love that front door, and I tried to keep the same thing. Everything in this build only uses the base game because I wanted it to be as accessible as possible for anybody. And yeah, so it's all base game. The whole thing, whole build, the stairs, those doors are base game apparently, which I did not think so because they look like something out of the high school years pack. But I love it. I fucked with the stairs so much. I could not figure out where I wanted the stairs to go, but I really just had to like build and look at what was going on. Like you can see, I was like, oh, the bathroom will go there. Oh, look, I sectioned this off, and then I made everything bigger. I tried everything. I was really like, okay, I wanted the house to be big enough for three people. So there's three bedrooms, and I believe I was only able to get two bathrooms, but there might be three. We'll have to see and wait. I thought maybe we'd do a closet in there, and then I was like, well, I could also do like a 2x3 bathroom or a 1x3 bathroom. No, no. And then I was like, oh, I could give them a bathroom right there with like a toilet and then that shower. But the shower I like isn't from base game. It's from high school years, I think. And it's that shower that just sits directly in the wall and it takes up like one block. It's awesome. I love it. I think most of the showers take up one block, but that one's my favorite because I think it looks the easiest. Or the nicest, not the easiest, but the nicest for sure. And then I sectioned this off and I was like, well, maybe I'll make that a dining room over there. Cause like they don't have a dining room. And then I was looking like, well, there's not much room for a living room either. So I just kind of like messed with a lot of the proportions on the inside of the house. Like I just had to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew upstairs I wanted it to be like possibly an activity room like in my Twitch play. But I believe I ended up just putting a bedroom and a bathroom up there. I think the master bathroom's up there. Those windows, I love those windows just because they match the doors. And I thought that it would be really nice to just have everything matching that. And like, if you do this stuff, that's typically if you do like the windows that match the doors, they'll have like sometimes they'll have the same swatches so that it all looks not terrible. And that's really what I was trying to do. I sat here for a hot minute because I didn't like where the door was placed. And then I was like, well, maybe it needs more windows. I don't know. I tried everything, and then that little section right there, because of how awkward it was, I was like, well, the two windows are weird, so I just put a single pane because I like those a lot more. I love the big tall standing windows. Those are like some of my favorites, and I use them a lot. Especially the two tile wide ones, I use those all the time in like everything. I love those windows. I wish I had more swatches, but you know, um, I totally wish I had more swatches because there's so much more you can do with it. I had to put a shower in. Don't remember, like, the lot value never changes. I'm not sure why it doesn't. But I think the house ended up being like 38,000 total. So if you were to buy a starter home for 20 and then just work in the career a little bit, you should be able to get this, especially with three people. I only ever start with one sim. I never start with a full family. So I don't know if the game gives you extra money or not, like when you start with more than one person. I thought maybe a diagonal wall would look good there. But if you start with more than one person and they give you more money, that would be kind of cool. And then you'd be able to afford the house more than likely. But I like I said, I normally just play with the one sim and build from there. I don't like to start off with a ton of families right at the beginning because I like to kind of ease myself into the gameplay a lot more than just throwing it. I love those cabinets. I really thought I could put those cabinets all the way around, but for money saving, I ended up deleting quite a few of them. But I really did like them. I love those cabinets, and I feel like the whole kitchen ended up being really good. I ended up just turning it into a kitchen instead of a bathroom. I figured the bathroom would be too awkward. I'd have to put a wall in the middle. I mean, probably, because it's just too much room for a bathroom. And then I would have nowhere for the kitchen or the living room or the bathroom downstairs that I wanted. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to turn it into a kitchen. It's fine. It's a cool kitchen. I won't lie. I kind of wish I would have put like a window so that you could see into the kitchen. Little TV, try to keep the cost low. I'll place the little thing because I loved putting the little I don't really know what those are called. I guess they're like entryway tables behind the couches like that where they like back up to it because then the couch doesn't feel so like alienated in the middle of the room. Bedrooms are kind of small, I won't lie, and they don't have a ton of stuff in them. Meant for either kiddos or adults. I mean, or if you're running teenagers, it would work well too because anyone can sleep in those beds. I think except toddlers, if I remember correctly. Uh, yeah, I was trying to check the lot value because I was like, I've added a lot of stuff. How much money do I have left? And I know it says 64,000 in the bottom, but like I just gave myself 100,000. And honestly, if I was paying more attention when I was building this, I probably would have realized that I went like 18 because my idea was originally to make this $20,000 base so that you could just start with it with 3 Sims. But yeah, it just happened to not work that way. I even deleted stuff trying to make it all work, and I really couldn't. I really couldn't get it under that $20,000 mark. If you play with cheats though, free real estate, grab it, use it. You know, if you're playing on a PC. If you're not, you don't. You shouldn't have to play the game super extensively in order to afford this house, especially since it's a 3 bedroom. If you have 2 Sims that are, if you have, well, you would have, the 2 parent Sims more than likely. Then you'd have a family. So I mean, a couple kids, 2 kids. It would work. It would totally work. And I totally forgot that fridge, like it, if you don't use that fridge with those small cabinets, all the other fridges clip. So I had to use that fridge. I even tried to like reduce the fridge cost, but I didn't want you to have like terrible appliances in the game because who likes terrible appliances in The Sims? I certainly don't. That and then they break all the time. So I'd rather just like upfront the money for more nicer stuff in my Sims play than, give them terrible things that they're constantly having to do. They don't really have a dining table. They just have that one with two for 2 seats, but it wasn't necessarily meant to be a toddler home. It was more so meant to be a house with 3 Sims. You could do 2 kids or 3 Sims. I mean, I guess you could do 4 Sims, but or you could put bunk beds. I don't know if bunk beds are in the. I think they're in the base. You should be able to if you really wanted to, but I made them generic enough that they would either fit really anyone who would go in there and allow you the opportunity to just kind of put whatever you would like in the rooms. But I didn't want them to feel boring. And then I redid all the windows because those ones were just too expensive and I needed the cost to come down. I think I ended up saving a total of like $13,000 when we did it, when I finished it. So I was going to change the door. Oh, I did change the door. Yeah, I did. And all the inside doors. So everything got changed. But overall, I'm actually really happy. We even changed the TV. I'm really happy with how this all turned out, though. I think it's super cute, especially for like if you're just starting. Like this has everything that you would need to start. The only thing I really couldn't add, just because of the price, was a computer. I like to have a computer in my plays because my Sims like to do programming. It's a 3 bed, 2 bath, 38,000. But overall, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it's super cute. It's not like extravagant. It's a pretty basic house. It'll get done what it needs to get done, and you can always add to it. So I think ultimately it turned out pretty cool, and it's super cute. So I really do like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. It is uploaded to my gallery. I believe I named it the upper budget, like starting home. And like I said, there's no packs in that build at all. All of that was base game, so you guys should be able to use it whether you have packs or not. Because ultimately, it's kind of terrible that they microtransaction you for every pack when most of the stuff should just be in the base game. But honestly, wanted to make it accessible. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna head out though, and I'm gonna leave the video here, and I will see you guys next video on Friday. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.